Hello, Mike. Okay. I'm gonna post on the socials right now while we wait for Jake. Apologies that we started 10 minutes later.
Nah.
Blame Jake. Blame Jake for all of your problems.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, you used a title that I chose.
It matched the most popular topic of the week, after all, you know?
I'm gonna guess.
What's the topic?
Spider-Man.
What is the title?
One more Spider-Man book.
Because get it, one more day.
I disapprove.
That's why I picked it, because that was the only thing that came to my mind. Couldn't be me either, man. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, I really want to save my thoughts for when we get to that actual book, you know?
One more brand new Spider-Man.
Okay.
Let's put the title of both most hated books.
Let's let Witch have this one.
I'm not taking it. I'm just saying that's what it is.
Trust me, I'm working on my birthday art.
Yep,
and we don't care.
Yep, and you'll get to pick the title all on your own on that one, Witch.
It's gonna be great. I'm having ideas manifesting.
Jake, are you watching right now instead of being in the call?
For real. You can walk and talk, man.
Nah, if he's actually walking outside, you don't want him in the call. He'll sound like a whole lot of wind tunnels and stuff.
Yum, yum, yum.
He is waiting patiently. For what?
His Uber. Exactly.
So we're not starting without you. I hope you know that. Well, we will. And we'll skip your topic. Your topic just won't happen this week. You'll just feel bad.
Gotcha.
You have 30 more seconds. Okay. I was about to say, you only got 2 minutes left. You said 5. You got 1 minute left now.
Now Jake knows how I feel when I'm rushing on the clock.
Yeah, there's a Star Trek topic that created wants your knowledge on.
Yeah. Be the Spock to my Kirk, Jake.
While you're in there, how do we sound? Do we sound good? You're in the on YouTube, so.
Who are you talking to, me or Jake?
Jake, he's on the YouTube, so.
Oh, okay.
He should know what we sound like the best.
You
started scaring me, bro. I thought you were doing a Punky Hill thing too. I was about to lose my shit.
No, that's for the end of the lives.
Alright, he said we sound fine. Alright.
We're missing our fourth musketeer. We're missing our fourth musketeer, but he'll be here.
See, that's what happens. You have too many musketeers, bro.
Hey, if I can make it during the snowstorm, and we all can make it.
I'll have you know, we're supposed to have snow. Our weatherman keeps lying in Atlanta.
Yeah. Over here, we had a double whammy of the snow because for a brief period it was raining and then it went back to snow. So all the
ice
snow,
on the road, bro.
Pretty much all the stuff we already shoveled, there's now a layer of ice that got frozen over, and all the piles of snow that remained that turned into ice.
We love that for you.
Look, bro, just get a sled, go outside and ride down hills. That's what I used to do.
I used to do that, and I also used to.
Unless I'm in very specific places, I get rain and I get wind.
Wow.
Is my mic not on? Great, hold on just a moment.
No
wonder.
You sound fine.
I know, but I want my mic on. My mic's not on.
And
I swear to God, people are Israel's out in a second.
Look who pops up.
It's like I like to have a microphone on, okay? It makes me feel like I'm actually doing something with my life. Okay, hi.
I terribly misscheduled something. I totally forgot as I was doing the
Oh, wait, no. Don't turn the mic off, please. Wait, no. Wait, no.
yeah, I was
Wait, I don't know what you're doing. That was wild.
I
Hell no,
all I
bro. We're not
did,
doing.
all I did was plug it in. I'm literally moving my mic to the other side of my bed.
oh wait, that mic that
Why
always
is it so loud?
yeah, your mic is way too sensitive, bro. Like, oh,
I literally moved it to the other side of my bed.
mm,
It's not my fault. You guys have shit quality that goes into my mic.
that's not even the quality of our
It's
mic.
not us. It's your stuff.
Yeah, it's your
Anything
mic.
you do is super loud.
Yeah,
Even
Good.
talking right now, you're real loud.
there was that one.
That's not good.
The one episode you had it, we could hear you eating the whole time.
That was the first time. That was the first time I learned to mute my mic. I didn't know how to mute my mic, and then I realized, oh, you could just press the top button.
But yeah, I just misscheduled something, and I was like, oh shit, I can only get out of here at 10:30. That's what I need the podcast. I didn't think about that through completely. So I'm here now.
God. All right, but we're here.
Is there a way to change volume levels on here?
Is there?
Yes, I think from my end.
Just turn it down a little.
Can you turn which a little bit down? Yeah.
Okay, try saying something which.
Ah.
Better?
That's good. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And no one got the topics. Jesus.
Hey, that's not our
Jay,
job.
that is your job.
Now, if I'm not here, who carries the torch?
If you're not here, I'll take the stand. But I was told you'll be here.
I thought I was. I just didn't know I was gonna be late till like the last.
Hey, you guys give me crap. You guys give me crap when I don't even hear on.
Awesome.
That man said, "Wait, imagine being a Spider-Man fan. Couldn't be me."
Couldn't be me, man.
Couldn't be me.
Well, audience, this is the Fanatics Raw. So.
There you go. Hopefully you watched our Echo review, and if you didn't, we had a fun time with a special guest.
The good, the bad, and the echoes.
Yes.
That was not the title, by the way, because Cryptic couldn't think of a good title.
Don't put in our name in that title. You will not get us. Just go look up Phanatic Live Echo. Phanatic Reviews Echo. There you go.
The Comic Phanatic Echo.
Yeah.
Actually, if you're listening to this, just click on our icon. Just go to the channel.
You can do that too. And hey, there's a myriad of other videos. Hey, maybe you'll even see those old videos that used to be very carefully edited. That was long, grueling nights spent.
Just letting the audience know, he never released my Marvel Pride my review on that, by the way.
Shame on him.
Like literally 3 hours before the end of Pride Month. Just letting you know that. The dedication I put into this podcast.
All right.
You're saying next Pride Month is a double whammy?
Yes. All right, guys. With that, I think we should head on. We should open it up tonight. So, audience, welcome to Phanatic Live. You're here with me, Cryptic Seeker 415. Go ahead, pledge allegiance to an eagle, and I'll pop up.
Yes, and this is I, Jake Tylenol, the thespian, the Karate Kid, the man who mans the Stargate. Okay, I am the one, the chosen one.
This is Ace Comics Austin. Opening the Stargate. You can see our living rooms right now. Anyway, we're going to pass it to Witch.
Also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he, and happy 45th birthday, Alpha Flight!
Gross.
Hey, in 5 years, it's going to be 50 years. Just remember that.
And Marvel was celebrated with variant covers only.
We didn't get jack shit.
But together, we form the Fanatics, and we talk about the comics of the week, the news of the week, the things that you and I and everyone else are most passionate about, except for politics. That's like another channel. Go find it.
Well, that's a different live. That's a different live.
Yep.
Come find me personally in your wall, and we can talk about it.
Yes. And so, and now we plug in our.
Yep.
Okay, hello. You should know me as the socials guy because these guys don't know how to work a Twitter or an Instagram to save my life. Speaking of that, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can watch all of our lovely videos, especially the videos that I'm the main star in. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow us at Comic Phanatic 69. We do most of the updates are gonna be there, and occasional memes when I remember to post memes and stuff during the lives, because I do that sometimes. If you want to follow it's Comic Phanatic 2.0. We do post a little bit less there, but we do occasionally post. Please find the thing that I did wrong on the New Year's art. You won't get a cookie, but you'll get an invisible gold star from ya boy. If you want to follow your boy personally, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U, because I've never changed it. I don't know why. If you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, it's going to be witch_of_Jotunheim. Like Austin said earlier, he is a wall with a face. He's not that hard to find. You know how to summon cryptid. And if you want to find Jake, he is currently in space. Exactly.
The final frontier.
Yes.
Gotcha. But anyway, with that, let's go on to the topics of the week. Who wants to start us off?
I guess I should not, because my topic is next. Someone else.
No. Okay, I'll do this one. Iron Fist rumored to be in Eyes of Wakanda. Let me bring back Austin. Okay.
So finally,
Yeah.
I'm excited, but also not excited, because we know how Marvel believes that everyone sees Iron Fist as some racial issue now.
I will give them some benefit of the doubt in this situation, because in the end of the final season of Iron Fist in Netflix, right? Wait, how far is Eyes of Wakanda going back in time with the time setting? Like, is it going back?
I think it's
to
modern
ancient
day.
time?
I think literally it's just Wakanda through the eyes of like the normal logic citizen.
Oh, geez, because like I was about to give them the benefit of the doubt if this was going to be like the original Iron Fist, but if it's
I don't
modern
think
day,
it is, and I also don't know if that's connected. I don't even know if they want to touch Iron Fist, even though they're bringing the rest of the stuff back.
oh well, dang, I don't even want to see this project being made then.
I'm fine with it being made, because the world is based off the book Worlds of Wakanda, with like the citizens and the normalized response and how they handle.
Oh, that I'm okay with. No, I'm just saying about Iron Fist's inclusion into this then, Because, I don't know, why are they going to try bringing in Lin Lai as the Iron Fist? I want to see him back as Swordmaster. Let's bring back Austin.
Austin died, audience.
Yep. Okay. Austin, you're
He
back.
cut me off for some reason. This is not a good look for the night. I'm thinking that right now. If this happens like 2 more times, I'm cutting my topics and I'll do them next week.
Okay, but yeah.
The comic book was good. I don't know why Iron Fist would be here besides trying to tie 2 ancient cities together.
Unless you're going with flashbacks.
If you don't do flashback, I feel like no, you know what? I do that.
Yeah.
Because we remember a while back. Well, you probably don't remember, but a year or 2 ago, after the first Black Panther ever was revealed, there was a lot of rumors in like Marvel wanted to do some of that live action or in like TV show aspect. It's very possible we might get like some 10,000 BC Avenger stuff, or like our ancient Black Panther and Iron Fist team up or fight.
Wow. An Avengers arc nobody wants to remember is going to be adapted and is going to be subtly adapted into the MCU.
Yes.
How about that? But yeah, I think
the ancient city side of it is interesting. I just didn't like the olden stuff, but having like Kung La and Wakanda last for so long could be interesting.
I'll be okay with that because that's the only way I see this making sense. Because again, in the original season 2 of Iron Fist, they alluded to Colleen Wing being the descendant of the original Iron Fist. So this could be a way to tie back to that little cliffhanger, you know? Mm.
I
And if
wonder
they
if they
want
will.
subtly anyway, and if they want to use the design of the original Iron Fist from the Caveman Avengers, okay, at least that's a character that was in the comics, you know. So
Yeah,
Cryptid, we don't
I
always
think
have
people
to
will be
bring the
fine.
caveman
I
Avengers
just
into anything. Okay, we don't have to always bring them
No, no.
back. Okay.
no,
If you're doing the first ever Black Panther, first ever person, you probably should use the design from the comics. I agree with that.
yeah,
To an extent.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Especially if the
Fair
design
enough.
isn't
I'm
that
just
I
bad.
just
saying.
I
I'm
Yeah,
just
just
I
don't
get what you
saying.
want
We
mean.
don't always have
Like,
to bring them.
I just
but
don't
this
want
wasn't needed. But if you're gonna do it, I would appreciate
yeah.
the look.
I just don't want to see Lin Lai coming in as the Iron Fist. I want to see him as Sword Master, you know? So
Who?
Lin Lai, uh, Sword Master from Ages of Atlas, the one that they forced to be Iron Fist
Oh,
for a
I don't
general
know.
reason.
I was thinking about actors. I was about to say, who is that? They already casted somebody. But yeah, no, you're right. I would hate for them to retcon and bring in Swordmaster as Iron Fist because you know his
Hmm.
name is Swordmaster.
Yes.
And even though Marvel introduced a Swordmaster, he wasn't called Swordmaster. So I think it's okay.
Yep, yep. And ironically speaking, even if they want to say like, oh, okay, he could channel the power of the Iron Fist onto his sword, so that's how he's still the Iron Fist. Nope, they already did that with Colleen Wing. They gave
Yep.
her the powers of Iron Fist, but the difference with her is that she's channeling it through her sword. So
What if they
yeah.
go like the long about way where they make that her son or something?
Oh, yo,
That way there's technically a
no.
connection and you can still kind of do it. But I do agree. I think any Iron Fist fan would just want to see a classic Iron Fist before we get
Yeah.
into all that weird stuff.
Yep. Yep. So yeah. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. So, alrighty then. With that, let's move on to the next topic. Jake, it's all you, buddy.
Jake.
Here's the deal. Should we cancel Captain Kirk? Okay? James Tiberius Kirk? That is the question that is being asked online. Apparently,
No,
But he's dead for
apparently
Spock.
online.
How could we?
Listen,
he is not. He is straight.
We're gonna have a conversation about this one day. Week.
What's your evidence? What's your proof?
You're gonna do this, and one day I'm gonna bring anti-gay evidence to your gay character.
Mm-hmm.
Let me have something,
Yep.
Austin. Okay, I'll
No,
gaify
you
and
have too
transify all
much.
your characters. No, I don't. I don't got jack shit in this house.
listen. Okay, so here's the story, right? So Paramount Plus, streaming site, streams a bunch of stuff. You know, Sonic, Star Trek, the works. Okay, they do these celebration posters for all the characters who are important to Star Trek. You had some big characters like Picard, Jonathan was he on there? I think Jonathan Archer was on there. You had their new character from Discovery, that new captain that I don't really care about, and the new Pike from the new show. Okay, but who wasn't on this poster? Even though Spock and Uhura was on this poster, was James Tiberius Kirk. He was not on this poster at all.
Also, Riker was not
Riker
on this
was not on
poster.
this poster, but we're going to get to that in a minute. But James Tiberius Kirk was on this picture. So William Shatner was on Twitter. He was like, something to the effects of like, how this has been happening to him a lot, where he receives no real love from Paramount when it comes to showing off iconic captains and everything. Now, he doesn't, he alludes to the fact that he thinks it's just because of the type of captain that Kirk is known for, the womanizer, that type of guy, the womanizing white guy, basically. That's what he alludes to. He doesn't say it. That's what he alludes to. And so at the end of the day, the mystery is, because it's never flat out said, but why is Paramount excluding Kirk from the roster of Legend as it is? I just think it has to do with the fact that, yes, what I was saying earlier, like, I think it has to do with the fact that he's a womanizing captain. I think it's just because when you think of Kirk, you think of his really women. He would seduce women. That's how people like he would seduce women and fuck up on an alien world and go about his day. I only say this because Riker, who's a character who does basically the same thing, is also not on that poster. Either way, while Kirk is so much to me, like I think Kirk should be on the poster because he's so much more than just a womanizer. People like to remember William Shatner's character for those scenes, but especially if you watch the movies, Kirk is way more than that. And to me, it's kind of like disrespectful that seems to be how Paramount is choosing to treat his character.
Also, they didn't want to do him. Why didn't they even do the movie version?
The 2009 version.
Yeah, the 2009 one, because they're actively trying to make a prequel movie to that movie.
Yeah, I think I think that we don't know yet. I think they're going to do that when the movie gets closer, maybe. I just think they weren't marketing it because they didn't have it. Yeah, they didn't think it was important.
And Jake, to clarify, like all the women that Captain Kirk has slept with, that was all consensual, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not James Bond, bro. I promise y'all, he's not
Star
James Bond.
Fox either, so thank goodness he asked for consent.
Yeah.
Which you got me scared. I was thinking of Star Fox from Nintendo.
No. Only Marvel. We'll talk about Nintendo later, another day.
But yeah, it does sound kind of a shame that they're trying to slam his legacy based on that characteristic of him.
No, I should specify before we go further. That is not what Paramount Plus has never explained why they don't have Kirk in the posters. That's just what people theorize. That they think that Paramount thinks he's a problematic character and they don't want him on the cover, basically. So I do want to say that I don't know why Paramount doesn't want Kirk on the poster officially. Yeah, it could be a reason though. So.
Okay, but is that something you think is the reason why?
I think so. I think so. Oh, by the way, I have William Shatner's tweet, but yes, I do think so. Only because they didn't put Riker in here as well. And Riker is also another great character, but especially if you watch early season Riker, he is constantly like sleeping with women or trying to get with women. All right, like he's so like.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this poster. So there's mostly captains and their vice captains. Kirk is the only captain missing, and Riker is the only vice captain.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the poster as well.
Unless you're like your animated show.
So I'm looking at
there are only a.
Also, they had the kid from the canceled show on here.
Oh.
They have a show called Prodigy that got canceled after 2 seasons, and he made on the poster. Of why I don't know.
Yeah, you have Jonathan Archer, Spock, Uhura, the kid whose name I can't remember. I used to watch it. I actually kind of.
Man.
Picard. The captain from Discovery, Pike, the Mariner from no, I don't think it's
Lower Decks,
Janeway, Cisco, and 7 of 9. Now 7 of 9 is interesting because she was basically introduced to Voyager as eye candy for the audience because the ratings were getting lower.
Yeah.
She was used as a sexual eye candy for a dying audience, and she's single. So she got to.
Yeah, she's on here, and they didn't even use her modern day version where they didn't do that with. This is the old classic 7 and 9.
Oh wow.
William Shatner released a statement as well when he posted this. This was started the whole problem. He says it's not the first time it's been going on for years. It makes no difference to me that a group who think they are quote unquote enlightened or whatever they think they are obviously feel threatened by the Kirk character. It's a character from a 1960s TV show. Get over it. Basically, and that was his statement on the matter.
To his credit, yeah, I think he does have a right to be pissed in this situation, I mean, he had a lot to offer to Kirk.
It's his legacy.
Yeah. Like, dude, guys, even my Sifu in my Kung Fu class, right? He's a Trekkie. He always brings up Star Trek whenever he gets a chance during our Kung Fu classes. He even brings up, like, that Kirk Fu book that he had, that William Shatner apparently wrote. Like,
You mean the book that just had some double fist punching people? That's all he did.
From a martial arts standpoint, there were some techniques Captain Kirk was using when he was fighting that lizard. Like,
Also, he did other moves. He did the flip, like he would flip his enemies over. I know that he did the drop. Well, they're like other moves.
He did do a move called double wind blows ear on that lizard creature. So
Yeah, and Kirk's character is so much more than that. Like, if you want an example, like all the captains in Star Trek bring something special to it. You want to the thing I always admired about Kirk is just like how good he was for that time period. Like, he is a confident captain. He might he might have doubts in himself, but when push comes to shove, he is getting you through that adventure. You know what I mean?
No.
And his most famous trait of never believing in a scenario where
no win.
Yeah, no win. That was one of his admired traits. We even had one of the coolest arcs for a captain in Star Trek, where in the movies there was a 3-movie character arc for him, where he even went through racism a bit because he was racist against Klingons because they killed his son. Yeah, and by the final movie, he learned he was getting his hate was getting in the way of him, in the way of society improving, and so he learned to be better for it. I think that's one of my favorite.
Sound like Marvel when you take that plot for the X-Men.
It's one of my favorite arcs for any captain. When I was watching the Star Trek, the old movies, it's my favorite arc I've ever seen. But yeah, so like I said, Kirk is so much more than just the guy who went around fucking aliens. And William Shatner is also people give him shit. I don't know why, but he's actually a good actor in those movies.
He definitely has a lot of fun in his age with a lot of pop culture stuff nowadays. Yeah.
So yeah, I do think he should be remembered. I would like Paramount to really explain. We can guess, but I would like Paramount to come out and say why William Shatner isn't remembered that well, and Spock gets to be on the poster, and Uhura gets to be on the poster. But yeah, as far as what William Shatner says, he said, well, it does seem to bother him. He did make a follow-up tweet. He says, it doesn't bother me in the least. A bunch of self-righteous strangers thinking they are sending a message by erasing the past. Who is going to forget? It's everywhere. It's so indoctrinated that it will take many generations to be forgotten no matter what they do. Let it be. And that's what I'm telling the family. It's hey, don't start a riot over me. It's whatever. You know the story of Kirk. It's fine.
Too late.
Yeah.
All right.
What's going on, William Shatner? So.
Yep. Hey, we got a Star Trek topic for Jake this week, so. All right, then. With that, let's move on to the next one. Who wants to do this one? Austin?
I guess it'll be me.
Go ahead.
Wonder Man series to continue production.
Fuck my life.
I think I was the only person who was like,
what? Bitch? Oh, wow.
I have beef with Wonder Man that you cannot possibly understand.
You have beef with
no, he's a pacifist now.
Yeah.
Let it go.
You have beef for the most minuscule things possible, which you have beef for the most minuscule things.
Cryptid. You just like to antagonize me.
I'm saying minuscule
Wake me up when we
things.
talk about Pokemon. Wait on.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, then go mute then. How about that, huh?
Go ahead. All right, so okay, continue on, Austin.
Anyway, I think I was one of the only few people looking forward to this story because I'm into how they handle the current pacifist hero in this modern day where every superhero film mostly ends with you gotta beat the shit out of whoever you're supposed to. You know what I mean?
Dude, I want to see that one.
This has a chance. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to see that one scene if there's a robbery coming, a robbery's happening right in front of Wonder Man as he's in a cafe on his laptop, and all he does is just call the police.
That's what I wanted to. I wanted to see how they handled this because this could have been a very special type of series. If you handle pacifism the right way.
Yeah.
Because no other superhero has the chance to tell this type of story.
Yeah, I mean,
do I trust Marvel to tell the story good? Not really.
Well, yeah, you gotta keep in mind, since there's no production going on as of yet, is there?
It just started back up,
Oh, okay,
so
sorry,
it
back.
might be.
Like I meant.
Like they got the cutouts and posters and stuff
Oh,
ready.
okay. Because like Marvel, I think right now it's at the men's site where they want to win, so they're going to definitely fine tune like this show to say if it is continuing production. Because I believe earlier it was stated that this might not even be made, and they
Yeah,
could pull the trigger, but
yeah. It got
instead,
canceled, and then it got announced that they are going to try to do it.
correct. Okay, there you go. So I guess that just shows me a sign that they have confidence in this story delivering a story, that's worth telling. So yeah, from my standpoint, Wonder Woman.
It's the
Go ahead.
what? Go ahead. No,
Yeah,
no, you finish.
I was about to say, for the Wonder Man project, I didn't really care if they were going to make it or not. But if they're making the show, okay, I'll check it out. It might be offer a different flavor of Marvel.
Yeah.
hmm
The only thing I was really what's the best way to say this? I was very interested in how they were gonna handle him going forward after this as well, because he's not really. I don't think the answer to the show is gonna be well. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe sometimes you just gotta go out there and beat the crap out of people. It might be, but I don't think it is.
Maybe the setup will be maybe
But
it's time the West Coast has an Avengers team. You know.
I think I'm pretty sure that's probably the only reason they'll introduce him. The biggest problem with Wonder
hmm
Man I saw people having, people don't know his three big stories are stories they really can't have unless Marvel like
Oof.
really goes out of the way to do it. One of his biggest stories is that there's a story where Doom takes Purple Man, and he
Yeah.
uses his power to take over the world, and Wonder Man's the only person unaffected for a specific reason. And he kind of saves the day there.
Okay.
That was the first time Doom ever took over the world, by the way, in the comic.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the second one is his brainwaves and stuff was needed to be used to make a Vision, who already
hmm
exists.
Okay.
So it's not like he's going to be like involved in remaking Vision. Vision's already around. He's white now.
hmm
He changed race for some reason. So it's like there's not there's not a lot of major stories you can really pull from Wonder Man that and for a solo story is what I mean.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
this might be like a one season show and he just an Avengers person. What's up, Tevia?
Which.
And we're kind of late though.
Yeah.
I just hear a
Yeah.
comment.
Yeah. Which there's nothing wrong if it's just going to be a one season show. As long as it can
Yeah, I
nail.
don't think anything wrong with it. Just
Mhm.
go ahead.
Yeah. As long as it nails a good show, that's all what we want.
Yeah, Tevin, if you
Yeah,
Tevin, stick around because we're gonna be talking about Ultimate Spider-Man, but it's gonna be a while though. So yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
he loved it. He loved the book. I seen him on the website. I saw you, Tevia. Yeah, I saw your comment.
Good for you, man. Good for you. All right, but continue on, Austin.
But I'll if we're moving on, that's all I really have to say.
I mean, yeah, same here. I don't really have much stake in this game either. But hey, if Marvel could deliver a good product, why should anybody stop them? So,
I
oh,
guess that's the most important thing right there. As long as they think it's good, go ahead and put it out again.
gotcha. All right, then. With that, let's move on to the next topic, guys. Go ahead, Witch.
Yay! Pokemon concierge, motherfuckers! Anyways, we're talking about Pokemon concierge. Definitely needed it as a escape from our reality at the moment. I also made some of these guys watch it. Unfortunately, Austin could not be there to watch it.
Yeah.
But if you don't know what Pokemon Concierge is, it's a new series on Netflix about a woman named Haru going to a Pokemon resort and working there to help Pokemon and trainers with Pokemon, if you catch my drift. It's a stop motion show, so it took forever to animate, I bet. And also, it's only 4 episodes, 20 minutes each. But I loved every single episode. Top tier show. S tier. I cried twice. Both times that I watched it.
I would say that The only problem with this show is that the episodes are a little longer, and I mean like just like 2-3 minutes, I think. Except for the what was it? I think the final episode. Every episode, I just was kind of like, oh, it's over. Like that's almost getting really into it. I was like, oh, it's over.
Yeah,
but no,
we can't. Like I said, we can't get jack shit. So we gotta like do what we gotta do.
yeah, like I wasn't really like interested in watching. We do movie nights, and so Witch's choice. And so I think like I said, it's a really nice show. It's a really chill, fun show. You just forget about your problems. Go watch it. See all the cool Pokemon that show up. This show made me really like Psyduck of all Pokemon. I really didn't like before.
Side up top tier.
Yeah, and
like the animation is really cute. Like all the different textures of everything was just phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. I think the animation at times can look a little bit like weird, but I think it's just because stop motion has a little bit of jankiness to it. I really have no complaints about the show. I would tell someone to rush out of their way to go see, but if you have the time, 5 episodes, like 20 minutes each, 4 episodes, it's like what, like 100 minutes.
It's the length of the movie.
You're not hurting. Yeah, you're not hurting yourself watching it. Just go check it out. So
it's good. It's great. Yeah. It's amazeballs. I need more.
There you go.
Give me more Pokemon concierge. Hey, Austin, you're alive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, stop! I thought we weren't acknowledging when it happened.
Yeah, but
I mean, we weren't really gonna get into spoilers on this unless the people want spoilers, and I'll make.
I don't think there's anything to spoil. I mean, like if you just say one thing,
yeah, it's 4 episodes. They can go watch it themselves. Stop being lazy.
I know, like go watch it.
Yeah, just a story about a girl who needs to unwind and learn to appreciate just living in the moment.
Things.
Really
the little things.
Yeah.
Like how she was able to get her Pokemon, which was Psyduck.
The only reason I liked that was because Psyduck was like as stressed as she was.
Me. It was great. I just love there was one scene that really solidified how amazing this show was gonna be, and it was in the trailer too. And she was explaining to Psyduck how the little candy she ate looked like kind of like Pokemon. And instead of saying Pikachu for the yellow one, she said Psyduck, and I was like, this show's gonna be amazing.
Oh, I will say that too. I will say that too. For Pokemon fans, you'll probably have a fun time just guessing what Pokemon's going to show up. Like they find any excuse to pop in Pokemon that you wouldn't even think about in the show. They just do fun things with them.
Like Trubbish.
Just seeing them chill. Yeah, there were like a lot of Pokemon where it was just like there was like a Magikarp showed up. There was a whole plot about that. And there was
Stop spoiling, sir.
Oh my god!
Oh my
goodness.
God, Austin!
But and then like the finale, they had one Pokemon that like just to put the icing on the cake of a fun show.
I cried.
But it was yeah. So like I said, go on.
Jake, did you cry?
I did not.
Jake's a little
Did
bitch.
Crit
He
cry?
doesn't have emotions. Do you think Crit cries at anything?
Hey, the only time I got emotional in Pokemon was seeing Team Rocket lose their Pokemon. I didn't care at all for Butterfree, but I did care for losing and Ekans.
Did you know there was an episode where Team Rocket straight up beat Ash in a fight, and then like they still got blasted off though?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And like the last episode where Ash actually won and became a Pokemon champion, Team Rocket was there to support him.
Right.
It was really
I don't
sweet.
understand why. Like narratively speaking, like thematically speaking, that's fine. But like you could still always go after Ash. Like he's not like he still has that Pikachu.
I know, but I think there was like a moment.
Yeah, but now he was the problem now is the problem now you got to acknowledge that he's a champion with the world eyes on him. It's probably not safe to try to steal his Pokemon. I'm just saying like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Right. Pokemon. Cool.
Go watch Pokemon Concierge on Netflix because I said so.
If you have an hour and a half to spare, go for it, audience. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be 2 hours?
Not even
no, it's
2
4
hours.
episodes, 20 minutes.
20 minutes each.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did
Alright,
dirty on that time.
They did.
All right, then. With that, audience, let's move on to the comic news of the week. And I'll start us off. Batman and Robin to introduce Victor Zsasz' son.
Get this book out of my fucking face.
More like he's been introduced. They done
Jesus
showed him now.
Christ, I expected that from me, not from you.
No. Jake is right. No, Jake is right, bro. You're not convincing me that all these murderous dudes are just having kids all over the place, bro. Stop giving supervillains children. You're not convincing me. Okay? Victor Rat doesn't even have a gang, bro. He only has a groupie, but you can convince me we will have this man's child.
Do you expect us to believe that, like, these villains are like, okay, we'll wait until marriage to do the deed?
Right. No.
Come on.
No. The problem is, Victor Rat is a mass murderer who most likely won't think about or care about sex.
Well, if the Joker,
who sleeps around with people.
Yeah, if the Joker could
don't compare him to the Joker, who actively has stories of going after women.
Oh yeah. Also, well, the difference with the Joker is more varied. You know, the Joker does whenever he's an agent of chaos. Of course, he might have fucked somebody.
Like,
he does whatever he wants. Two-Face decision of having a kid would be: I flip a coin, it says heads, I'll have a kid.
I'm just saying, if the Joker could nail Harley lusting after him, I don't think all villains are up for grabs at that point. I mean, hell, look at
the Joker manipulated an insane girl. The Penguin has some money. Victor Vance has none of those qualities.
Awesome. I like your idea of Two-Face. Like, he's in the middle of like having sex with a girl. He has to flip a coin like, is it gonna be a baby this time?
That's not a joke, bro. They allude to something like that.
Oh God! But anyway, regardless, we're getting another legacy here, a villain.
I'd be fine you giving the Riddler a kid, okay? But you're not going to Victor Vance has a kid, and the kid is just like him. You're not going to just me raise this kid to be as bad as he is.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of one thing I also want to bring up. Okay, so this kid, keep in mind, he's in the same high school as Damian Wayne. That's how he's being introduced in this book, right? He seems to really idolize his father, right down to having this whole billboard or like shrine of his dad, his mugshots, a bunch of newspaper trimmings, and a butcher knife in a rack that's inscribed "First Kill." Like,
why does it have to be the son? Why can't he just be a kid who was a fan?
You want him to be his Harley Quinn? Like,
maybe. I mean, it's more believable that there's like a deranged kid, like a school shooter type kid of Swiss.
Yeah.
I'm just a little curious about how far bro. I'm just a little tormented as to how far they're going to go with this kid, like to go as far as to display him cutting himself for his first kill. Are they going to go that route?
Is he gonna tell David? He's gonna be friends with David. Hey, David, don't come to school tomorrow, bro.
Oh yeah, no. Also, I want to bring it up. I hate David Wayne again, by the way.
Okay. Why?
Because I don't know if you've been noticing this. Batman has this weird stigma with Damian. I want you to know. You remember Jason? He thought Jason killed Penguin a while back, like a few months ago.
Yeah.
And he beats Jason's ass and beats him bloody, and he kicks him out of Gotham, out of his family.
Yeah.
Damon has been kidnapping supervillains and letting them starve to death in the Teen Titans basement. And when Batman found out, he gave his man a stern talking to him and went home.
Wait, again? Didn't that already happen like a while ago? Did he do that like a long time ago?
He did that, and then he was still killing people. But I'll bring it up for example that he was doing that. And Batman just kind of let that happen. That beat Jason almost to death, by the way.
I think it's different for Damian in the sense that like he's from the League of Assassins, so like
No. That would have been fine when he first started. But this has been a David who learned, who changed his ways, and did all the other stuff. And then he want to act like change, and he just keeps going back to it, like Jason did. Jason who was died and came back crazy because of the League of Assassins that were trained by them.
Yeah.
Well, Jason is a full-grown adult, and Damien is still a minor, so
He's still learning. He can still. He might kill a couple guys.
No. You gotta remember, Jason died at like 10 years old, and he came back a grown man. Like he still has issues he needs to deal with as a kid, bro.
I was like, hey, listen, dude, he's just a kid. He's still learning. You know, I'm sure our kids someday watch him and kill a man and torture.
oh
him.
god.
Look, I'm just saying, bro. This Batman double standard stigma thing is get on my nerves. Especially he just rewrote Jason's mind a few issues ago, and then Damien apparently still killing people.
Maybe it's also because if I beat up Jason, I'm beating up like a grown man. But if I'm beating up Damien, I'm beating up this small child. I don't know if I can.
He beat up Robin. Robin was a Tim Drake.
He beat up Tim Drake.
Tim Drake. They got into a fight.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
I didn't know
I'm not
that.
saying he just beat the shit out of him like he did Jason. But I'm saying he's not above fighting Robin if it comes down to it. If like Robin did wrong.
Yeah. No, I'm just playing devil's
Yeah,
advocate.
I just wanted. I'm just.
I'm just saying, bro. Stop doing the favor just because this man his blood son, bro. I thought shit didn't matter. I thought it didn't matter.
I'm just picturing that one moment where one Robin pushes Batman too far, and he has to unbuckle the bat belt. You know, come here, Rob. You know.
But
I see it happening.
Mm-hmm.
check the messages. Check the private log.
Oh, hold on a sec.
Yeah, guys, we're
logged out for a bit.
okay. Don't worry about it.
Do you guys think we'll be able to see like a Nickelodeon toned down version of this Victor Zsasz son?
Yeah.
How?
Probably.
If Damien's still,
Sorry,
if they
I
still
had
wanna
some
push Damien,
technical issues.
I feel like they will do like the kids,
Gotcha.
the supervillains around his age for him to fight. It's just just like with the movie Birds of Prey, they just probably won't do the markings and stuff.
Here's how they'll do it. Instead of kills, he'll just for every kid he punches or bullies, he'll just draw on himself with a permanent marker.
No, I'll make a pitch for you, right? So
Nah.
are you talking about like a
Because
network?
they let people die all the time, like Young Justice and stuff. I don't think they'll be against letting this guy kill.
Are we trying to make this kid like for a TV show? Is that what we're doing?
I would think so.
Think about like Young Justice, where people kill all the time, bro. I think it'll be fun.
I got you. Listen. Super Sons, right? Damien and John go to the same school for that's the premise. I don't know how they got there, but say they do, right? And then there's this one kid.
They say Superman missing something, so
Yeah, there's this
John Kenneth with the Ken Wayans for a while.
Yeah, there's this one kid in a school, right? And he takes a liking to Damien, but Damien's best friend is John, and he's like, "No, he's my best friend." And then he tries to kill John. And that could be the plot right there. All right, the son of ass.
Zach, that's the name of this Victor Zsasz' son, Zach, right? He could be that friend. Yeah, he could be. I can see that working as a story. He's the friend that allows Damien to be Damien and embraces that, So.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a kid version of the Deathstroke story. Where Deathstroke lets Damien be who he really wants to be. They see each other almost father and son, and it's
Yeah.
Jonathan's not letting you be who you are, Damien. He's trying to take you away from me.
All right, man. I think we had enough fun talking about this concept. I might check it out. Maybe not. We'll see. All right, guys. With that, I think we should move on to the next topic. Austin, you do this one.
Damn,
let me see what. Load up.
Dang, what the hell happened there?
It's won't switch to the page for some reason.
No, just
Okay,
go
there
to the
I know. The thing wouldn't go over.
Okay.
Jason Aaron to write TMNT. Jake, after the most groundbreaking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle run in comics, they said they thought they were going to sell the rights, but instead, the IDW bought the rights again.
Okay.
But they had already stopped the run and already committed to restarting.
So they're rebooting?
So Jason Aaron, the person who wrote quit his most hated Thor run and quit his most hated Avengers run, and now writing TMNT.
Okay. So is this a reboot or is this like the continuation?
Yes, they're rebooting to the building on the continuity we already have.
Okay.
Oh god.
Sounds fine. I don't know how Jason Aaron does with characters like these, so I don't know. We'll see.
As a person who has read at least 7 Jason Aaron books now,
Right.
I'm very scared.
Okay.
And especially after this, apparently the TMNT book for fans was like the biggest thing. It's feel weird to throw away all that continuity in the same franchise and start over.
Yes. Has he written street level stuff? Have you read his street level stuff? He's
written some Batman and some. I read he wrote some Batman and a Nightwing at some point.
He's writing Batman in outer space right now. So
hang on. That's actually apparently a good book.
Yeah, it is.
Well, to be fair, it's only 3 issues right now. Okay,
hey, that's the best Jason Aaron run I've read so far in a long time.
No. I'll give Jason Aaron that. The start of his books are usually good, except for Avengers. Yeah. Like his first part of the Thor franchise he did, or he switched, was great. Like people loved that Thor. I think he threw everything away that made that Thor the way he was to do Jane Foster. That's why people hate that run.
Mm-hmm.
But he does that a lot as series go on. He'll build stuff up that you like and then take it away for like years.
Listen, I think it's safe because as long as the IDW series got anything of sorts, I think this is okay. This is the best thing to do right now. Okay? Reboot. Jason Aaron takes the lead. If you don't like it, you know what? Another writer can pick up the torch. But your past series, your past iteration is still safe. You know? It'll be like if I didn't like Rise, that's okay. 2003 still exists. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that.
Okay, what's the most outrageous retcon you could think it would be possible for Jason Aaron to do?
The Turtles aren't brothers, like in the next mutation.
To be fair, it's probably to be fair, they're probably gonna be turtles. So I don't think it'll be that big a deal. They're not related turtles.
No, it was a big deal when the next mutation did it. Apparently, everyone complained about that. Oh, the Turtles aren't actually brothers. That was a huge complaint back for the next mutation.
I'm sure it was, but it's not actually a big deal. But they can have a doctor brotherly bond. It still happens.
Like I was about to say, like, oh, what was he going to do? Make Master Splinter and Shredder brothers all along?
But technically they were kind of.
They didn't have before.
They were
really.
Yeah, they were well, not like biological brothers, but they were like
full on biological brothers. You explained that Shredder was originally a rat.
I don't know, it'll be okay.
Oh no, make Shredder
like in the 2000.
What?
Shredder.
Make Shredder a rat.
No, you make you make Shredder originally a cat. The biggest nemesis is a rat. Like, you know.
I'm sorry. No, but Splinter and Shredder have been like brothers through like, you know, they were raised in the same dojo and everything, and then they fought over a girl named Ten Shen, and then because Shredder couldn't let it go, he accidentally kills Ten Shen and thinks he kills Splinter, and then takes Splinter's daughter and raises her as his own. So they did that whole song and dance before.
Yeah, it's a lot there. I think that's not a bad retcon. Knowing Jason Aaron, what he would do would be he'll either he'll do arcs where their weapons are different. I can want to see him making those swap weapons and stuff for art. No, I mean like for the show it's fine. There's like a few episodes or episode a month. For a comic book, it's going to be like years. Knowing Jason Aaron.
Well,
the Turtles should know how to use other weapons. In 2012, they did the episode showing that, but like in 2003, they just already knew how to do it. So a good Splinter would teach kids that early.
Yes, I know. I think them learning to use other weapons is fine, but I don't think people will be fine with having the status quo of them using different weapons for months on end.
Yeah.
But the only major retcon I can think he'll probably do is with their backstory. I think the way they get their powers might be different, knowing him. That he'll want something unique about his origin.
Yeah.
Or it'll be like most of the villains, like dynamics and the way they act, will probably be different at the start. Like Shredder will probably be the only villain who you can predict how he's gonna act. Everyone else might be like drastically different.
Well, all I can say is who's going to hop on this train when this issue comes out?
Probably not right away, but I might.
Not
Yeah,
me.
I'm not doing it right away, bro. I'm gonna have to let him do
You know,
that first art and see if it's good, and then I might look at it.
Likely, we're going to be talking about this as a topic because whatever changes he's going to make, someone's going to post make an article about that. So,
yeah,
we talk about things that he should do, but I don't think things that I would like to see explored. There's always this I think IDW was hinting at it, but I kind of want it flat out stated because they hinted this in 2012 that there was a period of time where if you paid attention to Splitter and Shredder's dynamics when they grew up together, they were a lot like Leo and Raph, the way they acted towards each other. I like that parallel. And IDW, I know that they said that when Splinter was younger, he was much like Raph, but the Splinter that we have today is the one that Leo models himself after as well. So I would just like to separate that into the Splinter sees Leo and Raph as oh, that's how I was with Shredder. That could be a cool thing to do.
I think that'll work. I won't trust this writer to do it, but I think that story could work, especially if you still do the split where Leo and Raph fight if something happens to Leo, like the 2007 movie.
Yeah,
I think that whole arc could be a big emotional thing for not just them, but also Splinter, who had to find a way to mend this relationship that he couldn't do with his own brother or friend Shredder at the time.
Yeah,
I feel like that could be an amazing thing.
Yeah, I always thought it was cool when 2012 did that. They never said it, but it was arcs for when you see the flashbacks with Shredder and Splinter, how Shredder gets more aggressive. There's an episode that starts with that deals with Raph's temper, and Leo is trying to do a sparring match, and then Raph is getting so into it that he's almost trying to kill Leo. He almost breaks his shell. And Splinter's oh, chill. So I just but they never flat out say oh, Raph reminds me a lot of Oroku Saki when I grew up with them. So I kind of wish they would have crossed that.
That's Shredder's real name. People don't know.
Yes, So I would. Yeah, so I kind of wish they would have crossed that.
The fact that you guys are telling me about that just makes me think we're going to get an alternate universe of Raphael being the Shredder at some point.
Yeah, that'll be 100% in line with what Jason Aaron would do. I can see that happen.
I think that was a thing already in the comics.
I know we had Leo Shredder at one point.
Yeah, let me see. Let me do a quick Google as the Shredder and the comic. I think I read this somewhere. Okay. But yeah, I could see Raphael maybe going into the Shredder's ring or wing, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe, it'd be better if Leo would just went under the Shredder's wing, legit. They teased that in 2003, when Shredder wanted Leonardo to be a part of him because he saw Leo's potential, and Leo almost did because he didn't know who the Shredder was at the time. Maybe have an arc in the newer universe where Leo does join Shredder because he thinks he could do better with a team that listens to him. Something like that. Things you can do. So.
Gotcha. Hope a sec. Someone's coming back in. Austin.
There was an arc apparently, and I could be. I'm just speed reading this.
Okay.
Raphael did pose as the Shredder. Basically.
Who?
Raphael did pretend to be the Shredder, according to.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
I do also think they're probably gonna give Shredder a son, because a bunch of people like Karai. I don't think they ever really been successful with putting Karai as this man's true successor. It's a lot of comics where he dies, he just automatically takes over. But I don't ever think we got an actual story arc where it felt like Shredder's giving her the keys to the kingdom type thing.
Yeah, they tried it in 2003. There was an arc for a bit when Leo was kind of moody, and she was in charge of the Foot Clan, and Leo just kind of came back to the city and just beat her and her army's ass by himself. So,
yeah. So I definitely see Jason Aaron give him a more dominant heir, and that could be a whole arc by itself. the
Bring
secret
back,
shower sweater and stuff, like some real tech and stuff.
bring back,
Yeah.
That's like I want to see.
make Tiger Claw the heir because he was so good in 2012. He was the only person like when Shredder was like getting super mutated and losing his mind. Like he even like slipped up and called Tiger Claw his friend. And I was like, oh. So,
I can see that.
yeah. So Tiger
Get
Claw.
this man a Grand Animal on, bro.
Yeah.
Well, look at this. All I'm hearing from this topic is that there's going to be a lot of potential with this. Whether it's going to be good potential or bad, it's left to be seen. So,
We'll see. But
That will happen when you got this brand, bro. There's so many different changes and over so many different TMNTs that if you really want to, someone can make like the ultimate TMNT series. They just take a little bit from every series. It's just no one does it.
gotcha. But anyway, guys, I think we spoke enough about this topic. So I think we should be moving on. So, all right, guys. Which you do this one?
Hello, I'm here to announce the next topic. Allegedly, the Hood it has been announced to be the new Ghost Rider, which I thought that motherfucker has been dead for years, but whatever. I know
What?
it's not alleged, but you know what I mean.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know
How
that the Hood is
could
gonna
you?
be the
When
new
you thought
Ghost.
he was dead?
Yeah. The last time I ever read a book with this motherfucker in it was Dead Avengers with Marvel in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't even
sorry
know what that
that
book is.
I didn't know that this mother. It's basically a whole bunch of dead Avengers at the time. It's great.
Dude,
Okay.
to me, the Hood.
I forgive you, Wick.
To me, the Hood hasn't really been relevant as a character in Marvel ever since he started the Dark Illuminati, way back. Like, oh,
Yeah,
man, it's been
he got
10 years.
embarrassed by Doctor Doom, and I was like, yeah, he got embarrassed by Doctor Doom. I think that was the end of his relevancy. But
Yeah.
he showed up at he was in the Nick Spencer Spider-Man run. That's why I remember. He tried to manipulate Mary Jane, and he tried to manipulate Black Cat into stealing something for him.
Uh-huh.
And he was using Peter's life against it. That when Peter was in the hospital, and Cap had to come back and help him train to get back to be Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, I recall that. Boot camp training with Captain America and Black Cat. Choose your
the
mentor,
Hood started
audience.
that. He was the one who. He was the reason that happened. He's also the reason the Black Cat, Mary Jane book happened the first time.
Oh, yeah, I remember that now.
I saw a
post
on Twitter.
Which is?
Oh, what?
I saw a post on Twitter about this, and the person was like, "Oh, new Ghost Rider. Why does it have to be the Hood?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know. I didn't know this was happening."
Yeah, why did the new Cosmic Ghost Rider had to be a random woman?
Because I don't know.
Same answer, you know.
Fair enough. I mean, that's not my opinion though. That was someone else's opinion.
Gotcha.
I don't plan on reading this book. I don't really care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hood's just never been a character that really resonated with me. You know, I mean, I remember first reading about the Hood when Kingpin was out of commission, and he just wanted to come in. The Hood just wanted to come in and take the place of the Kingpin, but he just never reached that level of success. Hold on a sec. Bring
Can I be heard?
Back. Come on.
Austin died, audience.
Okay, Austin.
We're not. Stop saying that. We're not doing Transformers. I'm telling you that right now because I don't like how much I'm cutting out. But for the new Ghost Rider, there's never really a lot of good options. Like people really wanted Johnny Blaze, and you're replacing him. And we already had like constant Ghost Rider replaced, so people weren't really feeling the change. But the Hood, giving him a role like this, he already had pacts with a demon anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So watching him fight to become Ghost Rider is kind of interesting. I think because the last time I think we saw him was the Hawkeye. You remember the Hawkeye book that came out, the Hawkeye Freefall, when he fought Bullseye? Was that before Spider-Man or after Spider-Man? Yeah, he was in that too.
That was before.
Oh, so I guess Spider-Man probably was the last time I saw him then.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing his pact with a demon become a Ghost Rider would be interesting because this guy's a super villain. So is he still gonna be a villain with Ghost Rider powers, or is he actually gonna be? Or this like some type of redemption arc where he's forced to be what anti-hero now? You know, he still feels he sees your sins. He has to kill you now, like that type of Ghost Rider.
Ooh. Okay, so
Is this gonna be like a change of his character, like full on, or not?
okay, so there's a germ of a good idea in this, you know, as to whether or not he's going to corrupt the spirit of vengeance to fit his needs, or if he's actually going to have to go through the hero's journey. Well, quote unquote hero's journey, you know.
A mass murderer for goodness.
Make him interesting. Make him go through the journey.
How much more interesting can you make a character whose whole gimmick is a fancy red hood?
Red Hood.
Yeah.
You kind of walked into that one, Cryptid. I'm just saying, you kind of walked into that one.
He's more Red Hood than the actual Red Hood, you know. So he wears a red helmet.
And
that's not a hood.
Care.
All right.
Jason Todd wears a helmet.
I'll get his book a chance.
Jason Todd wears the helmet. Okay, Red Hood wears a hood.
Joker did too.
Okay, that's still a helmet.
Yeah, I think Joker, the original Red Hood, also wear helmets.
Hey, false advertisement on Joker and Jason. They're wearing red helmets, not a hood. So, all right. Yeah,
I'll definitely read this book when it first comes out because I'm interested to see what they try to do. You got to have a story here. You know what I mean? There's no way you make this such a big change randomly. There has to be something here you thought you like. So I need to see what it is.
Gotcha. All right, then. I think we spoke enough about this. So, want to move on to the comic reviews, guys?
I mean, what else am I gonna do on a Tuesday night?
Yeah, Jake, you want to announce this one, man?
No.
The book that should be getting you to pick up a comic, man. We lost Jake.
I guess I'll do it. No, Ultimate Spider-Man #1.
Spider-Man
Too late.
Out is here. It's Spider-Man in his new glory.
I'm going to unalive myself because of you guys.
Well,
it's Spider-Man that's married, audience. Yes. That's with Mary Jane.
Mary actually grown.
With kids.
Spider-Man. His Spider-Man was married, but he didn't have a kid. This is Spider-Man, okay?
This is the book all you Peter and MJ shippers have been wanting for years.
I'm so over MJ.
But is it?
Wait. And the people who wanted it has been showing up. It's sold out immediately.
Yes.
And it's already accepting reprinting.
Hey, no, in my comic book shop,
Don't say no shit. We had a whole conversation about this the other week.
Yep. In my comic shop, I was lucky enough to get the very last copy they had. Yep.
Good for you.
They sold out of. They sold out of everything. No, I didn't pre-order it. Like they ran out of everything. All the variants. They ran out of the main copy, and they ran out of all the variants.
No problem. I'm probably gonna go to my comic book shop this weekend, and there probably still gonna be a couple.
Yep, dude. I swear, like, with how much.
No, because they're reprinting now. There better be a couple.
Yep, dude. I swear, with all the hype about the fan base wanting these two back together, like every issue better be top 10 selling comics of the month.
Yeah, because I would say from everything I understand about this issue, it's set up, but like it doesn't tell us like we don't know what can happen next. This could really go south.
Yeah. But let's just clarify a little something about this book. Yes, this is Peter and MJ married and that stuff, but that's not the main focal point of this story. This is really just a continuation of people. Yep. This is just more of a continuation of, Jonathan Hickman's Ultimate Invasion, the Maker's Ultimate Universe, where Peter never got bit by the spider, and the Maker was just holding that exact spider as like a trophy for himself, So Go ahead, Austin. Explain the book.
Boring. Yawning.
Wait, if
Austin.
you're gonna do that, go mute. They get it
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
No, after that.
Yep.
I
All right.
kind of and like no offense, but that was kind of like, oh, what if Peter Parker did get bit by a spider? Like, but whatever. Anyways, tell me what the book's about.
I get you,
I
but
just like. I
There's
like how
more
this.
to
I like
it.
how this being. Wait, can I say please before we
Go,
start?
go.
Please, thank you.
Go.
So you know how the original Ultimate Universe 1610 it started off with the Spider-Man book. I like how this is a callback to that. Okay, go on mute. Tell me what this book's about.
Okay.
yeah, there we go, dude. I was just scared for that one, but I love the premise of this book. Before we start, I just want to say the only reason Peter's married and stuff now, the original Ultimate Spider-Man, the original book, was made because something you never had at the time was a teenage Spider-Man. And the comics, Peter was only like in high school, like 10 issues before he went to college.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to do something different that you never had for the teenage Spider-Man. And now, because all you have really is a childlike Spider-Man, they went out their way to age him up and get him kids and stuff. Because that's what you don't have now.
Yep.
And that's the first.
Hines Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
It,
And,
yeah, it's poetry.
And miraculously, Peter still finds himself working for the Daily Bugle.
Yeah, bro. How is this man support his family on this budget, bro? He better be getting paid.
Is he a photographer or just a reporter? Like a journalist.
He's a photographer, I believe.
Yeah.
How much is he getting paid in this economy? I don't think being a photographer gets you
Yo,
anywhere with kids.
it's especially since there's no Spider-Man out there for him to be snapping free pictures out of, you know? Like,
There are other heroes.
Wait, that means he's a legit photographer now. Okay, he's not just running around trying to take pictures of himself.
There's gonna be a moment where he starts doing that, and Uncle Ben's like, "Come on, son, you can do better."
oh, Jake, it's funny.
Hey! Can't do that. Let me say it yet.
Jake, it's funny you should mention Ben, but continue on, Austin.
This book starts with Peter at home. He's looking in the mirror, and you can see he loves his life, but he's kind of conflicted about something. They come downstairs. You see his kids, who, let me see if I catch their name. Can't tell you now. I was just happy they were here. I forgot they had names for a while. The kid name, the son name is Richard. He named his son Dick, bro. Come on, man. Peter, with already a Dick name? He didn't name his son Richard?
Hey, so did Nightwing's parents.
Yeah, but if Nightwing, whose name means Dick, names his son Peter, who also means Dick, we'll have a conversation too. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, continue on.
He comes down, his kids are eating. So the daughter's name is May, the son's name is Richard. Oh, yeah, because his dad's Richard Parker. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Oh, yeah, so one name is his aunt, the other name is his dad. No mom love here, apparently. But he comes down, he's trying to get breakfast. You still see he's preoccupied. You see Mary Jane coming with a ponytail. That's something I don't think we've seen since, what, the 80s?
Mm-hmm.
Mary Jane been rocking that long hair for a long time. That's all I'm saying, the long straight hair.
The ultimate hairstyle.
She asked him if he didn't sleep or he couldn't sleep. He's like, a little bit of both. He has a big decision in his mind. And you don't learn what that decision is until the end of the issue. May picks up an orb. Peter snatched out her hand. He's like, "Hey, you can't touch that. Don't drop that." You don't know what the orb is, but it's important. We go to the Daily Bugle and you see J. Jonah Jameson. Triple J screaming out, Parker! Parker! And he looks at Peter and Peter says, "Hey, Peter." He said, "Hey, J. Jonah Jameson." He said, "Hey, Peter." Parker! He's still screaming Parker and walks past him.
What?
And he walks into the back of the room and he sees Benjamin Parker. Uncle Ben lived in this universe, but people don't know, May Parker died in the Stark satellite laser beam attack on New York. Her, Norman Osborn, and Emily Osborn. So Ben Parker outlived his wife in a universe other than like the What If. for the first time.
This is more of a win-win for
And he was
Tevye.
good,
This is
too.
a universe. Yeah, this is a win-win for Tevye, I realize, because this is a universe where Mary Jane and Peter are married, kids, and Aunt May died. Bam!
Yep, finally. That's also been another thing people ask me for. Like, damn, this lady won't die for no reason. But, Critter, if I ever cut out, just keep going, okay? Just go from what I left off.
Okay, go on. Okay.
But we get these two talking, and it's very interesting because we've never had this relationship like any book before. And these two are friends. They both take no nonsense. They both believe in justice, at least right now.
Yeah.
So J. Jonah Jameson said there's a big important meeting, but he needs Ben there. Ben and Peter have something to do at 4:00, and you find out that 4:00 thing is the mass funeral of everyone who died in the Stark explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you get this nice moment of J. Jonah Jameson and Peter. He's like, Peter, where's your tie? He's like, oh, I left home. I forgot to grab one. And he takes off his own tie and gives it to Peter and puts it on him and tells him, bro, this is an important moment. You got to wear your tie. Come on.
No.
And he lets him go. And he's like, I want that tie back, but don't lose it. He had a little sweet moments in his between Ben, J. Jonah Jameson, and J. Jonah Jameson and Peter that you will never really get before.
Yeah, it's amazing how close you saw those three, you know? It wasn't something you were expecting coming into this book, you know?
It definitely feels like J. Jonah Jameson's uncle, bro. Like, that's his uncle and Ben's his father.
They both see each other in the common ground since both of them seem like war horses at this point, you know? Elderly men, gone through the ringers, experienced
What they call
life.
it, like the dying breed, as they like to call people like to call them.
Oh, there you go,
But,
you know?
But he asked Peter to look after Ben because Ben feels some type of way, but he's not talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Ben's not an emotional guy. He's just more like an advice guy. You know, they've never been explorers. He's been dead. So, but Peter's like, bro, you okay? Ben's like, bro, I literally can't do anything about it. Everyone's not wondering if I'm okay. Peter, you're wondering if I'm okay. Just be honest. No one else in this business really cares about me. Don't say everybody. Say you, and then people will respect you more. You need to be more forward. Like, stop beating around the bush. And he's like, fair enough. I'm worried about you. And he's like, why? Why would you mean why? You won't talk about Aunt May. You won't talk about what happened. You won't talk about how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, Peter, you were 15 when your parents died. You came to live with May and I. The first year was hard for you. Heck, it was hard for all of us. But we loved you unconditionally. We protected you. We tried to teach you about the world and prepare you for it. While May was better at it, all that kind of stuff. But the one thing we never tried to do was replace your parents because we couldn't. That was 20 years ago. So Peter's like 35. If I remember his parents died at 15. Well, I guess it was like 12, not 15.
Yeah.
He's around 30.
Yep.
But it's been a long time. But has one day gone by you don't think about your parents? Is there one day that it doesn't hurt that they're gone? And he says no. Then he says, then you already know how I feel. There's nothing to really talk about. And I was like, that was kind of real. That's always the realest way you can address that. That's how I feel about stuff. I hate when people ask me how I feel when they know how I feel. I don't feel good, bro. Like, I don't want to talk about it right now.
Right.
The person giving the speech at the mass funeral is Matthew Murdock, Daredevil. But we don't know if he's Daredevil yet. But he's already blind. I'm just pointing out there. He's blind and he's wearing the priest outfit.
Daredevil's in this book? Damn.
Yep.
Well, Matthew, the devil hasn't made up here.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Are you blind? Of course he's in this book.
Bitch, I am blind. I need my glasses.
Yeah.
Call me Velma, bitch, because I
need
my glasses.
Asshole. Apologize.
Yeah, you jerk. I'm handicapped.
But
I'm disabled. Just kidding. I'm not that disabled.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Free parking. But my son started messing up.
Parking. I don't got no vehicle to drive. I don't even got a
I believe in you.
My bike isn't even fully made yet.
I believe in you and that bike. But he's giving this speech about, all have to move on. We got to stay strong. I'm not going to cover this whole speech, it's a long speech. But the person that comes up
Yeah.
after him is Harry Osborn. And this was the reveal that had me iffy about. Because Peter doesn't talk about Harry like they've been friends. If they weren't friends, they probably would just in high school. And they just never talked again for 20 years. Because Harry gives this speech, and he's like, just doing better isn't enough. We all got to be strong. And we all got to find a way to live with it. Which is what happened. We just got to accept it happen and try to find a way to live with it. MJ and the kids were here, by the way. Peter sends them back home. They go back to the Bugle. And there's the meetings happen. And the first thing you see when you get to this meeting is that J. Jonah Jameson quit.
Yep.
He literally just see him mad in a room, and he walks out saying, "I quit." Uncle Ben sees him, and he goes to the meeting. He's like, "Bro, did I miss something?" And I'm like, "Yeah." You see Robbie here. Robbie is the I don't want you to say the black friend, the black friend of J.J. James who works at the Bugle, and the father of Randy. If you know Spider-Man characters, he's the father of Randy.
He was
Spider-Man's Peter's roommate.
He was the other worker in the Daily Bugle that Jameson really respected.
He's also the person that owns the Bugle in the PS4 game,
and in the in the main comic universe.
I keep forgetting, bro. I mean, it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But he's a big deal. But he is old here. He's got gray hair, which I was surprised about. I always thought he was younger than J. Jonah Jameson, but here he looks older.
Yeah,
I mean,
think
he's
that's how
pushing
aging works.
80. That's not what I mean. I mean compared to J. Jonah Jameson. Anyway, which
yeah,
he's asking. There's a whole lot of changes. Ben's asking Robbie how he feels, and Robbie's like, "Man, I got 2 years before I fill out my pension. I don't really care." And the person who owns the Bugle and making these changes now is the Kingpin with some bald guy next to him, who they don't give us.
Dude, I was like thinking.
I really wanted to be Wesley for the Netflix shows, bro. I was like, who is this bald man?
Yeah, for whatever reason, he has an eye patch.
Is Bullseye?
And for whatever reason, he has an eye patch, and I was thinking, like, is this supposed to be Nick Fury? What?
No, I'm thinking it's gonna be Bullseye.
Okay, go for it. Give him the one eye treatment.
I think it'd be interesting. His first throw putting his own eye out, bro. I think it'll be hilarious.
No, that's a scar he got from Daredevil.
Yeah, actually trained to get good.
That's a scar he probably got from Daredevil.
But he's Kingpin says, if you Uncle Ben, you stay in line, you'll get a pay raise. You get a lot of stuff, man. Just stay in line and put out what I want to say. And Ben just walks out without saying. He stands up and smiles, and he walks out without saying a word. And he's like, Jameson was just waiting for him at the door with his box. I guess we just move on. Kingpin leaves.
Oh no, we lost Austin.
Hey, keep going.
That's the power of Ultimate
Okay. Hey, I'll still continue on. I mean, hey, I read the book. I have the book in front of me. So, yeah. In the midst of this... Yeah, I have it. All right. In the midst... Okay, Austin's back. I want to save my voice for when I get to Luke Cage, all right?
In the midst of this, Peter is contemplating his life story up to this point.
Oh, poor.
Should he be a man or a spider?
Am I a man?
Okay, Austin. Continue on.
Okay, I'll stop.
Austin, continue, man. Oh, no.
Austin.
Can I hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I actually told you if I cut out, they keep going. And you didn't do that.
Yeah.
You just
I was about to do that until you popped back up, and I'm like, okay, come on, man. Continue.
But the car gets blown up by the new heroic Green Goblin. But he's a real anti-hero. But they call him a hero in the synopsis.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks terrible. I think the outfit itself is fine, but that mask is terrible. He like got a duck bill over his mouth.
Hey, just wait until he goes his villain route. Then the new look will sink in for you.
I think it's very obvious everyone this is Harry Osborn. I don't know why you would attack him specifically.
What the
I thought he
hell?
would be trying to go. You would think he's trying to fight Tony Stark and them, killing his parents, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's we'll find
Yep.
it out as the series goes on.
Yep.
You find Uncle Ben and Jason Jameson goes to the bar with no name. If you know anything about comics, the bar with no name is the bar where all the supervillains go.
Yep.
To be fair, this timeline there's not a lot of them yet, so I guess the
Mm-hmm.
bar is no name, just a bar. But
Yep.
it was just funny to see these two morally good people sitting in the back of this bar. But what was you about to say?
Oh no, go ahead. I was just yawning.
They're discussing what to do next with their lives, and I think they want to start their own news channel. I think they're trying to do the news channel podcast. I think with just them two.
Yeah.
They gotta make a YouTube channel,
And
guys.
Ben tells him, "Yeah, let's do news. So what you want to do? We're gonna tell people the truth. The truth." And Jason Jameson started laughing out loud in the bar. He's like, "The truth. That's perfect." And he just started laughing. Ben's like, "You don't agree?" He's like, "There's something I believe in, Ben, but I'm not gonna die alone. That there's no such thing as justice. But in the entire universe, there's only one thing I know for sure, is that there's no truth in the news and no news in the truth. Like I said, it's a dirty business. So how about this? We promise not to lie." And I think that's the
That
statement
works.
that even J. Jonah Jameson in the comics go. He's not technically lying about what he says, because now he actually believes it's true when he says it. But that's the problem. This Uncle Ben says it sounds like a fair start. So I really wonder if they're gonna have Uncle Ben and Jim Jason slandering Spider-Man for no reason, bro. I'll lose my shit. I think that'd be hilarious.
Okay,
But
I want to see that too now. I didn't think of it that
Peter,
way, but
yeah, I think it'll be hilarious, bro. Because in the comics, most times Aunt May hates Spider-Man. So seeing Ben hate Spider-Man for an unrelated reason would be kind of funny. But Peter walks in, they're like, "Bro, you want to quit and work with us?" And Peter's like, "Bro, I have a family. Unless y'all can pay me immediately, I can't just quit my job like that." And I'm like, "Peter, it's cool. You don't have to feel pressured to quit. You know what I mean? Just do what you got to do. Your family comes first." Ben breaks it down. Peter breaks it down, and this is probably the most important conversation in the book. Peter asks Uncle Ben, "How does he do it? How do you blow your whole life up in one afternoon and then just start a new one?" And Ben looks at him and says, "Peter, my wife is dead, bro. You're a grown man. You have a family of your own, and given the opportunity, I just couldn't take being in an industry of compromise one more minute. Why wouldn't I do what I did? It was an easy choice. What's going on, Peter?" And he's like, "Well, for me, my wife is pretty much alive. I have a family. I have responsibilities that exceed my professional bliss. I don't know that I can blow up everything just because I want my life to change." And he's like, and Ben looks at him concerned. I'm going to skip over this other part. But Ben looks at him concerned. He says, "Are you and MJ okay?" He's like, "Yeah, we're great. She's great. I think she deserves better than me, but she disagrees, what makes it even better." It just for the longest time, I thought something was wrong with my life. Ben, that something was wrong with me. I can't really explain it. But now I just know that I've been right all along. I don't know what to do. And Ben gives him a stern look. And he says, "You ever heard the saying, inaction is action?" Well, that's just a garbage way of saying don't spend your life waiting for something to happen. Make it happen. I love you, son, but if you're walking around half asleep, like disillusioned by your own life, then wake up. He goes home. He puts the kids to bed. You see him have talk to his son. It's a real good, sweet moment. But he talks to MJ, and he basically tells her, I understand I need a change, and I really need to make it, and I'm worried about what's going to happen." And she's like, "Is it going to change me and you? Like our dynamic and our family?" He's like, "Kinda, but I won't let it change. I won't let it change us or break what this is." And she just tells him to go do what he needs to do. The man goes to the rooftop, pulls out the orb, and you find out the night before Tony Stark sent this man this orb and said, "Hey yo, your life was stolen for you. By the way, you're supposed to be a superhero."
Wait, was it Tony
You
Stark
open
or
this orb.
Howard?
It was Tony.
Oh, okay.
This is Tony Stark 6 months from the future. In the future,
Oh,
he sent it back in time.
Okay, gotcha.
So this is after the Ultimate issue, and they're trying to make new superheroes to the Avengers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But he tells them, "Hey yo, they stole your life. You're supposed to have been better than this. You're supposed to be doing a lot of crazy stuff." So basically, in this orb, I have your suit, which is like I want to say it's like the Fantastic Four molecule that they change and look how you want it to look. And
Yeah.
it has the vial with the spider in it. And Peter, his own demise, says he thinks about what Tony says. The future, these people stole your future. These people robbed you of your destiny. The question is, do you want it back? And he let the spider bite him. And he thinks about what MJ and Ben said. Ben told him to wake up, and Mary Jane told him to go get him tired. He let the spider bite him, and he puts on his Spider-Man suit for the first time. And you see the doves flying through the background. And it reminds me of Spider-Man PS4. I was thinking of like Howard's dove. And that's where the book ends.
You remember how months ago there was a mystery as to who the Ultimate Spider-Man was going to be in this book?
Oh, yeah. Apparently that wasn't what the mystery was for. Apparently he intended the mystery to be what the suit was going to look like. Because apparently Peter's going to be changing his... because now with the new stuff he has, he can change the color of his suit anytime. So he was trying to tease the suit design. But people thought he was teasing who's going to be Spider-Man. And he was like, well, that's what I thought was happening.
Okay, to their credit, whoever would have guessed it was going to be Peter Parker? You know, everybody would probably be thinking
I can't believe
it had to be somebody else. It could not be that obvious, you know.
Yeah, but if you saw the variants, most of the variants were like half his suit, and they have like other Peter suit, and other like Ben Riley in 2099. They didn't tease Miles. They didn't want to give people like hopes up. They didn't tease Miles' suit. They teased everyone else's suit that he could have. But as a first issue, this is great. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it's definitely a good start. I mean, hey, it has what fans should want to have with Peter, like a Peter that's grown up at this point, you know, that thinks about his actions, thinks things through. He has a wife, he has a family, and all that stuff, you know. And
that is
Spider-Man.
that stakes for him are even higher. They didn't get him on his own in danger or anything. He also has a chance to. He also has to protect himself and his family. Like this is the most sacred situation Spider-Man has ever been in.
Jake,
he was making a joke.
Miles Morales.
Okay, Miles doesn't have to be.
Miles still might happen in this universe. I still think that might happen.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to happen like right now, you know.
If it happens, I think they're going to go to PS4 where Peter's Spider-Man for like a few years, and then he wants a successor.
Complaining about my microphone, but you're sounding like that.
No, you're sounding good right now, Dawson. So continue on.
I mean, my internet's messing up. That's not my microphone.
Gotcha.
But I honestly think my big question with the series: are they going to change Peter's powers?
They have to do something different. If not, the powers has to be the suit. You know, add its own little twist.
Yeah. With him being with the unstable molecules like Fantastic Four, he might just be able to change the like color, so he can do like the step suits and all the other stuff, but still have the main suit on technically. The power thing I was asking is because they go out their way to give every other new Spider person powers or different abilities, and this Peter doesn't have like this. This Peter we don't know if is a genius or not, so he might not even be able to get tech upgrades later, unless by Tony Stark, what people just complain about.
Yeah, and also keep in mind, this is going to be a year one Spider-Man now. So
yeah. So it's interesting to see what they do with his skill set. So we never really had this situation before.
Yep. But hey, promising first issue.
Yeah, y'all go to the
Audiences,
next
if
book
you
if y'all want to.
gotcha.
Yes, but we
Oh,
have other comic books to get to as well. So let's get to that. Yeah. So
I just said that, Jake.
listen,
Butthole.
when
let
I
me
say it's official, let's go to the next one.
go ahead. You announce it, Jake.
Excellent. Luke Cage, Gang War #3. What's going on with the Cage?
Okay. Okay, y'all. Okay, I know I've pretty much been the one who's kind of like trying to defend this book. I felt like I had a promising premise in that stuff. Okay, but now everybody's being written as stupid here now.
You know who's stupid,
So what?
Cryptid? Your mom.
No.
I
Oh,
don't think you said it.
dude, that's a little low blow, man. My mom never
Okay,
even
I'll
finished
find a
the
better one. I'll
elementary
find a
school.
better time.
Dude,
I just
that's hard.
I had
That's
to have
harsh.
one your mom jokes in there.
Dude.
Cryptid, you make fun of me
Um.
all the time. I have one time. I'm gonna make fun of you
eh,
in
all
some way,
right,
shape, or
but
form.
anyway, going back to this. All right, so Alistair Smythe, he sends all his giant-sized robots to go after Luke Cage in his in the town hall, in the mayor's office, and the last issue ended with Luke Cage saying "Sweet Christmas." Well, let's hear him say that again as he's being grabbed by one of the robots as if he's a damsel, like saying "Sweet Christmas" yet again as all the other giant robots are destroying the town hall right now in front of Luke. And yeah, this
Why
is
did
all
they
too
keep
much for
saying
him.
"Sweet Christmas"?
Yeah.
That's his way of cussing.
Yes. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Luke Cage isn't like you, which he has class. All right.
Oh, shut up.
He has sense. He knows how to censor himself.
I know how to censor
But
myself.
anyway,
I just don't do it here.
Gotcha. But anyway, so one of the robots who grabbed Luke throws him, and luckily, Cloak is there to help to help Luke Cage, and the police officers all come in. And what did the police officers do? Mayor Cage, the Anti-Vigilante Act. We can't allow you to stop the robots. Oh, shut up!
Why
Shut
can't he
up!
undo the act?
Because
Yeah,
it
isn't he
takes a
mayor?
while. According to Luke, it takes a while to repeal a law. But
Why
no,
didn't they
even if that law was
start earlier?
even if that law was in effect, dude, you have giant robots destroying the mayor's office, firing lasers at whatever's around the vicinity, and the officers are here saying, Mayor Cage, we can't have you actually fighting those robots
That makes no
because you're
damn
going to be breaking the
sense.
law. Yes.
Like,
If I
there's
was
gotta be
Luke in this,
exceptions to
Yeah,
the
I'm not
rule.
defending myself.
Yeah.
yes, exactly. If I was Luke Cage, I'll be saying, okay, officers, do you really want to do it? Do you really want me to do this? Okay, fine. He takes the mask off from his pocket and puts it on his head. All right, you guys will all don't have accountability. I'm the masked vigilante, so you don't know who I am. There
You
you go.
remember the scene in Spider-Man 2 where like Peter is still trying to recover from not having his powers? There's like a child in a burning building and he runs in there. I love the take where like he saves the child and then the police arrest him because like this vigilanteism, you can't do that.
Exactly. I read an article a week or two ago that said that possibly this might be the reason why Luke Cage will be impeached from office because you can have a story of him of Wilson Fisk saying, "Look, the mayor was openly breaking the law by committing vigilanteism, so he should be impeached." And
But
that might be
like you
what's
You're a super
like you
villain.
said, he can make it. Yeah, you have no jurisdiction, Wilson Fisk.
Wait.
I'm not
Also,
So,
saying it makes
fine.
sense. I'm not saying it makes sense, but it might be the reason why Marvel will be saying, okay, this is why Luke Cage will be thrown out of office.
law already
Cryptid, we
passing?
should throw you out of office.
Like, is the law pretty much about to be passed? Is that like what's
No,
happening?
the law's already active and passed. Like right
Yeah, that was the
before
whole event of what the devil something.
I thought that was
Devil's
The
I
whole
Reign.
thought
event
that was
about
the
it.
whole thing about
Is
Alcon.
Yeah.
Luke is Luke already like
No, yeah, you're
repealing?
right.
Is Luke
Me?
already repealing the
He's in the process of trying to repeal it, but again, in the beginning of this tie-in, he says it takes time to repeal a law.
Okay.
No, which Outlaw was about banning the young superheroes for doing stuff without mentors and all the other stuff, and Devil's Reign was banning all vigilantes.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
Okay, but
That has
anyway,
nothing
like,
to
getting
do with it though, so I wasn't fully wrong.
gotcha. Okay, but getting back to this book, like, you have Luke Cage saying, like, what, screw this. I'm fighting these damn robots. He's doing his best to go mano a mano with one of them. You have the police officers who are trying to shoot at the robots, but the robots are just shooting at their cars with giant laser beams,
Yeah,
So
no
clearly,
crap.
clearly this is a lot. This is mayhem on the streets. But luckily, Luke Cage's backup comes around, which is Cloak, Dagger, Jessica Jones, and Danny Rand. Like, dude,
So
no,
sorry.
like, dude, like, come on, Danny, do not. I don't know why you're here at this point.
Oh
What
my
are you
God,
going to
Don't
do?
have
I'm
powers,
sorry.
bro.
Sorry,
Stop.
Cryptid. The way that you said that was so funny. I'm sorry. That was
Yeah,
hilarious.
I mean, Danny
You know,
Rand's
you know what he can
been the
do.
fun of the
You know what he can
joke.
do.
What?
He get paid for the damages.
It's funny you should mention that because basically these three issues have been poking shots at Danny Rand in his situation. But anyway, so they come in and Alistair Smythe, I guess he was just feeling even more sorry for Danny, so he just sends in some regular sized robots to come invade the area Luke is in. Oh, yeah, I guess that's just there to show Danny at least kicking one of the robots in the head, because there's no way he's going to do jack shit against these building-sized robots terrorizing.
Yep.
But here's where it gets even more stupid, right? In the midst of this, you have Danny Rand pulling up to Luke saying, Luke, we can't win this fighting hand to hand, but I have an idea. But I'm going to need to step out of this fight to go back to my building. Do you guys hold this off without me? Like, dude, seriously, if
We're
anything, you're a
holding it off
liability.
with you.
If anything, you're a liability in this. So yeah, just go off, go do what you gotta do. Okay, so the rest of the heroes and officers are trying their best to hold off these robots. Danny goes back to Rand Corporation and he readies the thing he was planning, right? And that's when he calls Luke Cage. And Luke Cage is like, oh, God, this better be important. Like, I can't answer calls right now. Who is this? And that's Danny Rand. And he's telling Luke, okay, look, what I have is ready, but I need you to come over here to Rand Industries. Okay. So Luke leaves the battle, goes to Rand Industries, and that's when he comes in. He comes back in the midst of the fight with the Cage Buster armor.
What the hell?
That's not even your job. You don't make those.
But no, this just got more stupider. I'm okay with Luke Cage having his own giant robot, but what I find more stupid is, Danny, why didn't you come in here with the robot yourself, dude?
Yeah,
If you had this robot,
He
right?
made it too big for him, bro. He made it too big for him, bro. Luke is kind of like a really built man, bro. He couldn't fit that armor.
Nah. You're rich. You could have customized the cockpit for yourself, dude.
I
Like,
don't think it would have
piloting
been that
wise,
hard.
this just makes you look stupid, Danny. I mean, you knew Luke was getting
It's
invaded by these
stupid.
building-sized robots, and you come in without anything. You don't have any equipment. You don't have any powers. Like, you're basically going to be holding the team back. And, if anything, like, you didn't even need to call Luke Cage to tell him to come to your corporation to get this mecha. You could have piloted that giant robot into the midst of the battle too,
I have a question.
Yeah.
Robots.
Huh?
Who sent the robots?
Alistair
Alistair
Smythe.
Smythe.
Oh, okay.
That's minus win.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Just double checking.
But you know what? This kind of just makes me also think of something else. This issue reminds me that Danny is rich. You're telling me like
Yep.
he couldn't use the resources of his business to jerry rig himself up a pair of gauntlets that can at least simulate an Iron Fist powers? Like, dude, you're just coming into
Like,
battle with nothing. It's
for
like
real?
imagine
Like, what
Batman.
are you doing?
It's like imagine if Batman, with all the resources he has, decides to just come in and save Gotham with nothing. He doesn't bring his utility belt. He doesn't bring in his Batmobile. No gadgets. Nothing. Why are you, Marvel? Why are you doing this to Daddy? Like, this feels like no. This is the equivalent of giving him a vasectomy, but expecting him to perform. You got rid of his Iron Fist powers for screwed up reasons, but instead of giving him a heroic death, you still keep him around and are just poking fun of him at this point. You know? I don't get it. Luke Cage was a promising tie-in that could have even been better. Well, that's not a high bar to topple. It would have been better than the event itself, but now this is just getting frustrating.
I'm sorry, Cryptid.
Yeah, one more issue left of this tie-in. As far as the Cage Buster armor goes,
Does it look cool
it's
at least?
okay. It looked cool. Luke Cage's the cockpit was a coverless cockpit. Like you can see Luke Cage's torso
What?
and head and everything.
That makes no
Yeah.
sense.
I guess because it's a Cage Buster armor that they figured, well, Luke Cage doesn't need to be bullet. Oh, I mean, he's bulletproof already, so he doesn't really need anything protecting him.
Yeah, but he
I
still
guess.
got turned into a zombie in Marvel Zombie, so that's like stupid.
Yeah, but these are this whole book is starting to feel stupid at this point.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Great covers of. I'll say that for these past 3 books. I'll at least give it that. Everything else, nah, disappointment.
Okay. Valid.
One more issue to go, so yeah.
You know what this reminds
All
me
right.
of since you've been talking about it? This reminds me
What?
of that DC book that you talked about.
Which one? Oh,
You know
Gotham
the one.
War.
Yeah, you know the one.
Yeah. We always have bad lucks with events with war in their names. We just can't
Especially
find
with
out
stuff like
one
this.
good. Yeah, we just can't find out one event with war in it that's actually good. Like.
Maybe
you
Secret
Yeah.
Wars.
Do you think we can do the last 2 comics 10 minutes each? Or
I'll be quick.
Yeah.
I'll be quick.
10 minutes, right?
I could try my
Yep.
best.
Okay, go ahead, Witch. It's your turn.
Cool. Since you guys put the wrong number on there, I'm talking about Marvel Zombies issue 4, not issue 3. Yeah, Marvel
Okay.
Zombies Black, White, and Blood. So it starts off with our boy Blade, right? He's fighting zombies, as he does. He's fighting zombie Avengers, Fantastic Four, Iron Fist. It is Danny Rayman. You get the idea. So he's also trying to save like this like utopia place, And you might be wondering who's running this utopia place. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But besides the point, we see this one guy driving like an armored vehicle with a whole bunch of survivors, while Blade is trying to fight off the zombie heroes, so that's fun. I like how they have translations for zombie in this book. I thought that was very inclusive of the zombie language. I've seen enough Monster High. I've seen enough Monster High to know.
Okay.
Anyways, you see some of the zombie Avengers trying to fight Blade and kill all the survivors. You know how zombies work. And then we see a whole bunch of vampires, helping out with a whole bunch of zombie guys. It's all great. And so basically, the vampires are running this utopia for survivors and vampires. But like I said, there's a catch to everything. So basically, the vampires need to feed. So the humans offer up like some of their blood to help feed the vampires. You know how this goes. It's vampires. You get the idea. and they have
Was it like a pint a month for rent or something?
I don't think they mentioned that, but it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm not getting into too many details. I'm on a time crunch. Anyways, that's where
Gotcha.
that story ends. It ends with Blade holding a goblet of blood or whatever during a party, and he's like, "Cheers!" It's great. Next story, we're talking about the Punisher, Last Man Standing.
Yay.
So Punisher, a spaceship, I'm believing, with a whole bunch of zombies. You know how it is. And Punisher's fighting him off, being brutal. It's the Punisher. What do you like? And by the way, he has his new logo, not his old logo. Just letting you know now. I know that's like a thing you don't like, but anyways, so he's trying to or whatever so that he can get through and kill some zombies because that's what he does. He be able to open a door, and then before a zombie is able to attack him, he closes the door. Bye zombie arm. It's great. And we see this this AI being kind of similar to Lila, Miguel O'Hara, his deal. It's great.
Yeah.
So basically he find a way to stop the zombies, cuz come on, it's Punisher and zombies. It's great. So that's fun. And they're getting into research stuff. We get an ad for a vampire book. I don't really care. We're not talking about that. But basically, through to some lovely research not done by Punisher, he puts I don't even know what it is. I kind of skimmed through the Punisher story because the art kind of threw me off. I don't like the art on this book. And it's not like it's bad. It's just not for me.
Okay.
Anyways, so Punisher, so they're able to open a door. And Punisher goes into this room with a whole bunch of zombies in it. And, basically, he has to fight all these zombies or die trying. Swore his sacrifice. And that AI doctor lady, she's like, "Goodbye, Frank," and that's where it ends. It's kind of sad if you look into it, but, at the same time, the art kind of threw me off, a little bit. I wasn't a big fan of the art. But that's not a bad thing. It's just not for me personally. I'm just not into that style. Anyways, going to the last story, it's Savage Lands, because not even the Savage Lands is safe from the zombies. So it's great. Thanks Quicksilver for being a bitch and bringing the zombie virus to the Savage Lands. You can suck my dick. Anywhoosies, this story is called Shauna of the Dead, by the way, so if you could figure it out, yeah, you get the idea. So basically, people but also animals and even the dinosaurs became zombies. And it's great. It's great. So the survivors are just trying to survive, And it's obviously Shauna, I believe her name is. I don't know much about the Savage Lands. I'm sorry in advance. She's basically having to fight off her people, killing the people and creatures that she loves. Come on, what'd you expect? It's Marvel Zombies. It's gonna be sad. Anyways, so a lot of people are fighting. There's this kid named Matthew, and this one person's like, "Yo, where's your mother?" And he's like, "Don't worry about it. She's on her way." And don't worry. And basically, Matthew's mother, who's the main character of the story, she has to fight Matthew's dad because, it's not looking well for him. He got turned into a zombie. It's fine. He's getting turned into a zombie. And you know what you gotta do? Murder! Anyways, so obviously, the kid's upset, it's not good. And so, and she's like, "It's time to go. We need to go somewhere safe." And guess what happens?
It wasn't safe.
No, because Matthew turned into a zombie.
Oh. Don't you hate it when that happens?
Yeah. So that, like I said, under 10 minutes. I was able to get that done in under 10 minutes. That's basically Marvel at issue 4. I will let you know about issue 5 when I get to it. I'm gonna be going to my comic book shop this weekend. So I'll let you know how that goes. And yeah,
cool.
Good book, recommended if you want some good zombie stories. They are all one-shots, by the way. So, and we don't know if they connect to each other or not. So just letting you know now. Some
Yeah,
of
that
them
gave,
are tie-ins to
that,
other books.
yeah, I mean, that gave a good premise, like with Punisher's standpoint in the zombie apocalypse. Because you imagine if anybody will be prepared for a zombie apocalypse, it will be
It's gonna be
Punisher of all
him.
people.
It's gonna be him. Yes.
Yeah, I want to see his morality tested. Like, okay, he finds a group of survivors, but a few of them just happen to be ex villains. But they're no longer villains anymore. They're all like, look, we just want to survive, Frank.
Hey, in
All
a
right.
zombie apocalypse, survivors are survivors, okay? Regardless how
Yeah.
shitty they are as people. But in
Yeah.
Punisher's
But
story, they don't really do that. It's just Frank fighting zombies, and I wish they kind of delved into that a little bit, but we'll get to that another day. I'll reread this issue later.
we'll do. We'll
I have,
do. We'll do.
have to keep it under 10 minutes.
Wait, Rich.
Gotcha.
Rich, what's in the waiting room?
Yeah, Austin isn't showing up apparently. We'll just get to my book, which is Beware the Planet of the Apes, #1. It shouldn't be that long, so
Be
all
quick, I
right.
gotta go put my comic back.
Got it. Anyway, Beware the Planet of the Apes. This is a prequel to the original films. You know, this is really telling Nova's story. Her first interaction with the main character apes, specifically Lucius. Who's Lucius, you might ask? Lucius was that young ape. He was the nephew of Zira. Yeah, the female ape who had the iconic kiss moment with Taylor. Anyway, he first runs into Nova when she was being chased by a bunch of gorillas. Gorillas, am I right? But anyway, he helps her escape, and like the gorillas find Lucius, and they don't believe Lucius when he says he didn't see Nova. But anyway, regardless, Lucius ends up disappearing, and that's when she's getting worried. She hasn't seen her nephew all day, and she has Cornelius go look for him, and Cornelius ends up finding Nova, who points to him to the Forbidden Zone, which is likely where Lucius is, But Cornelius, he's such a goody two shoes, right? He doesn't want to go into the Forbidden Zone because it's against ape law and this and that. He has to go work this out with the counselor. The counselor is that orangutan, the one who Taylor handcuffed and took with him to the Forbidden Zone in the original movie. But anyway, he's basically telling Zira and Cornelius, no, it is forbidden to go into that Forbidden Zone. Yeah, it's in the title after all.
It's forbidden to go in the Forbidden Zone, guys. You better listen.
Yep. He gives the two their condolences about their nephew, but that's all he can do, right? That's all he can do. Just tell them no. As soon as he leaves, Zira is like, "Oh, I'm going in there for my nephew." Cornelius, you don't have to tag along. You're not really family yet, anyway. So he isn't your responsibility if you feel that way. And Cornelius is like, dang it, woman, why do you have to get to me like that? So he ends up tagging along with Zira anyway to the Forbidden Zone. So they come across this one tunnel.
What did she say about going in the Forbidden Zone? No one listens anymore.
I know, right? But anyway, they come across the tunnel that Nova was pointing at, right? Which is an old subway station. And I kind of like Cornelius' reaction. He sees like this one broken down, beaten down sign that's where the only letters that are able to be read are EU or Psi, which is, New York City, but just torn up. And Cornelius is there because he's an archaeologist. He's fanboying over this. He's like saying, oh my God, the archaeological significance of such a find could change the way we look at history as we know it. I could spend years on this one area alone just studying it. Dude, it's just a subway station, man. Like a hallway.
I know, but like, think about it. Think about it really. To them, it's a big deal. To us, it doesn't mean jack.
I know. I just kind of find that fascinating. I mean, imagine if one of them pops up into our rooms as they are right now, 100 years from now. What could they
Oh
be
god, there's still gonna be
imagining?
there's still probably gonna be a shit ton of hair underneath my bed.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Is this how the primitive forms of beings used to shed, or something like that?" Huh, interesting
Hey,
find. You know?
I have a lot of hair to work with. Okay, I get it.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
completely reasonable. They're gonna be like, "What is
yep.
this weird oddity? Like, what is this weird
Mm-hmm.
relic?" And it's just my Masky plushie. It's gonna be great. If that survives 1,000
Yep,
years, that's gonna be
yep.
hilarious.
Exactly. Okay, but anyway, at this point, this is when they run into Nova, right? Nova first attacks them, but Cornelius subdues her. But then, Cornelius is able to get to her and remind her that, yeah, we met each other before. So, yeah, Nova finally recognizes Cornelius, and she ends up helping them in their journey, right? And of course, the monkeys of all people feed her a banana because to monkeys, humans only eat bananas. Go figure.
Bananas. I mean, bananas are better
Yep,
than nothing. Am I right?
yep.
Think about it.
But anyway, exactly. But anyway, so they continue on their travels and this is when they find their biggest discovery, an old Colosseum looking stadium
Oh
with
Jesus.
broken down letters. Y broken EE, broken T, broken Yep, Yankee Stadium.
Oh.
So they're like, "Oh my god, this is such a huge discovery. Who could have possibly built this structure?" And
Me?
while they're taking in the Yep,
I did.
while they're
That was
taking in
me.
this Yep. While they're taking in this site, we see that someone is looking at them from Yankee Stadium. They're completely cloaked, so we don't know if this is the humans, if this is the apes, or if this is the mutants. All we know is they're
Yes.
looking at him, they're worried about them, and they don't know if they see them as a threat to their safety. So they're readying their rifles for an assault as the issue ends.
Wait, I have a question. I have a quick question. Quick question. Are the
Yep,
characters
yep.
that we were following in this story, are they some of the apes or are they human?
Yes, a combination of the apes and humans that were from the very first Planet of the Apes films.
So mutants?
This
Is that what they are?
no, the humans, as we are right now, like the way we look, like we're the apes, but the mutants, those are just survivors who are horribly scarred, and actually have
Okay.
powers and
Yeah, sorry
intellect.
guys. I don't know much about Planet of the Apes lore.
Hmm. Gotcha. But hey, it's a good refresher. I definitely had to think back and Google search some characters to remember who these were. But if you're a Planet of the Apes fan, this is a prequel to the first movie, and it's going to be part of the history of Planet of the Apes. If somebody ever makes like a timeline of the Ape franchise, you could definitely see them wanting to include this story into it. You know. So
Do
yeah,
you like
good.
this book so far?
Yeah, I like this book so far. I was a big Planet of the Apes fan, so yeah, this was a nice delight for me. So
Do you like it better
yeah,
than Luke
audience.
Cage Gang War?
Hang on.
Yes,
Everyone,
yes.
stop. Stop. I'm going to offer in a challenge for myself. I'm going to see if I can review a book faster than you guys.
Okay, go ahead. Let's see.
So that's
Good luck.
Okay. I'm going to be reviewing Sonic IDW issue 67.
God damn it.
Starting. No. Okay. So this issue features Sonic going back to the Restoration HQ with meeting his new rival, Surge the Tenric. In a previous arc, Eggman's fanboy, Dr. Starline, kidnapped two children, tortured them, and rewrote their DNA to be more like Sonic and Tails, but evil. Because
What?
because
What the hell?
in his words, Sonic and Eggman keep going through the same cycle over and over again. He wants to be a better version of that. He's Eggman. Surge and Tenric are his Sonic and Tails, and that's what they were. In a previous, Sonic and Surge fought. Surge is hardwired to want to kill Sonic, simply because of Sonic constantly sparing Eggman. Surge is the way she is now. Surge damn near killed Sonic in their last altercation, choking him alive and electrocuting him. But her powers ran out just too late, so she couldn't actually finish the job. But her and her best friend, Kit, who've gone through an abusive relationship, now they're actually more like brother and sister now. They've healed and they're back, and now they're working with Sonic's friends. And Sonic's like, no. So I'm all for giving people second chances, but I didn't see your story arc. So I'm not sure if I believe that you're actually a good person right now. But Amy, who's one of the leaders of the Restoration, or a former leader before she quit, she's like, you know what, Sonic? Like, they came to me in good faith. I'm going to take their word for it. And Sonic's like, but we're keeping an eye on them, right? Yeah, absolutely. Done. So they give him basically a tour of Restoration HQ. The whole time, Kit has developed a hatred for Tails. Tails and Kit have fought before, but Kit is a lot like Tails before he grew a backbone. So Kit is reliant on Surge's every word, and he's insecure and he doesn't know what to do without her. Tails, on the other hand, is more independent. So when they fought, Tails knew how to outsmart him and outthink him, even though he tried to help him. He knew how to fight him. So Kit is still mad at Tails and wants to kill him. And the whole time he's like, where's Tails? Where's that son of a bitch?
Jesus.
But Surge is like, hey, Kit, relax. We're good guys now. One of the things that Surge's character is about not having choice or agency in her life, which is why she's constantly impressed throughout this tour where she's talking to Amy and she's like, hey, so this is the part, like, where you tell me I can't leave and, like, I gotta stay in here. And she's like, and Amy's like, no, you can leave whenever you want. If you don't want to do all this after we do the tour, you can just go. She's like, oh, you're really serious. Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought that moment was nice. But later in the book, things come to a head when Surge runs into Whisper, another one of those the IDW exclusive characters. Whisper was old soldier who got her whole team killed by one of her other comrades named Mimic, who turned evil. Surge's friends are these alien creatures known as Wisp, and her definitely gay, but we can't say it, best friend Tangle.
We'll get to that another day.
I'm not kidding either. Ian Flynn, I think Ian Flynn himself said that, like, if we could make them together, we would do it, but Sega probably wouldn't let us, so we can't do it. so
That's
Tangle
what
and
fan art and fan fiction are for.
Yeah, so yeah, you'll find a lot of it. Anyway, Tangle and Whisper and their new leader of the Diamond Cutters, they formed a team together, named Lanolin, are all in a team meeting when Whisper turns around and sees Surge. Now, they have previous beef because in the last arc, Surge stole Whisper's Wisp and then used them as a power source to kill Sonic after beating Whisper to nearly a pulp. So Whisper isn't really a fan of Surge, and when she sees Surge, it's on sight, and she wants to kill him. And Surge's reaction is, "Oh, thank God! Finally, someone with some common sense." So I love this interaction because Surge doesn't like how everyone just automatically seems to trust her, except with open arms. So her running into someone who actually does hate her and still resents her is kind of refreshing. She's like, "Listen, if you want to shoot me in the back, go ahead and do it. I like you." So
we can be friends or mortal enemies.
Well, no, we're not going to be friends, but
we can be mortal enemies.
Yeah. So, but Sonic gets in the way, and Sonic's like, "Listen, they're cool now. You gotta let them go. You gotta let this go, Whisper. Let them try to change." And Surge is like, "Or you could not." And Sonic's like, "You're not helping. Shut up." Basically, everyone kind of goes their separate ways. Amy gives Surge and Kit their own rooms, which is different because they used to live in gutter trash. And Amy tells her, like, hey, so whatever you want to do from here, it's up to you. So as Amy leaves, it's revealed that Surge and Kid are actually here on a specific mission. There's a crime boss that was introduced earlier in the series. And his goal is to kind of like take over the Sonic world to like business and all this other shady shenanigans. He wants his company to be a better version of the Restoration than the one that they have right now. Except that he can make a profit off of it. The problem is the Restoration HQ is kind of like competition, right?
Yeah.
So he wants to take it down from the inside, and he's using Surge and Kit and another agent that he has implanted in the movement to surprise attack the Restoration and tear it down from the inside. The cliffhanger is Surge and Kit actually going to change, or are they going to stick with their evil ways and try to harm Sonic and his friends once again? And that's pretty much the issue. In under 10 minutes, 3 minutes to spare. All right.
Aww. There you go. Doesn't that feel great to review a book, Jake?
Yes. I can't do it all the time because you guys take forever with your books.
Oh, you had a surprise one. Well, I didn't know you were going to do a review of a book, man. Like,
right.
So.
But anyway, go read Sonic IDW
Yeah.
issue. And, read the whole art. Read those.
Yeah, well, if it makes you guys feel better, yeah, I hope you guys are happy at the fact that I'm the only one who read a bad book this week, apparently.
I only had one book, and I'm very picky about the books I read, so that's why they're all good.
I wanted to support Mayor Cage, and he let me down.
Maybe next time.
Watch out next election, Luke Cage. All right. But all right, guys. I mean, with that, we went through everything. So, want to close out?
Yeah. It's social time. Socials. Hello, I'm here for socials again because the YouTube channel because I said so. Or else I will send Austin after you. Don't know how, but we will find a way. If there's a will, there's a way. Anyways. You can follow us on Twitter at ComicFanatic69. I posted a couple of things on there during this live. You could probably figure out what that is if you actually subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow the Twitter. You can also follow us on Instagram at ComicFanatic 2.0. We do post things on there sometimes, but I remember occasionally. That's all that matters. Am I right? Anyways, you can follow me on Twitter at WitchofYotin with an E instead of a U. You get the idea. I don't plan on changing it, and the day I do, that's gonna be an interesting day. Am I right? Anyways, you can also follow me on Twitter and where I'm most active. You can follow me at witch_of_Jotunheim. I do postings on there, and sometime after this live tonight, I will be posting a new art piece. So please, follow my Instagram for that. Wink wonk. You better not try to find my Tumblr account or my alt Twitter, but my alt Twitter is going to be a bit easier to find. Anyways, Cryptid, you get the idea. Jake is still in space. I don't know where. I think I saw him near a planet with a very interesting robotic being named Unicron, I think. I don't know. Anywhoosie. Anywhoosies, have a great night, audience. We will see you next week. Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.